Today we're going to talk about data backups. More specifically, I'm going to teach you how to use Google Drive as a backup and recovery source that is based in the cloud. For those of you who just want to learn about Google Drive and just want to learn how to configure it, you can jump to this point in the timeline right here. For the rest of you, stick around and we'll go into a little bit of theory about disaster recovery planning and why cloud-based resources can be so valuable for you, for your company, or for your family and friends. Yeah, I'm Alex with Blue Tech. Let's get it. At Blue Tech, we recommend a large number of different types of services to our clients. We believe pretty wholeheartedly that the only way to properly prepare for and survive a cybersecurity incident is to have strong, multifaceted approaches to data security. So things like good antivirus is always crucial, making sure that your systems are patched and updated properly. But most important of all is the data backup and disaster recovery process. The reason being that when you have a strong disaster recovery plan in place, anything can happen to your computer and it's okay because you can still recover the information that allows you or your company to continue functioning. So I think most people, even as individuals, look at their data and they think, well, it's not really that important, but then they start to look at things like their photographs. That's always the number one thing with individuals is their photographs. They don't want to lose their memories. With businesses, it's much more about the productivity side of things. Business owners, IT managers, artists, photographers, musicians, they don't want to lose their livelihood. They don't want to lose even a day's worth of work that they've put into progressing their process. And so a data recovery solution has to be designed in a way that allows them to recover without losing too much continuity. Today we're going to talk about Google Drive because I think that Google Drive is something that's super accessible. Everybody has a Gmail account nowadays, which means that everybody has access to even the free version of Drive, which includes at least a few gigs worth of storage space. And those few gigs of storage space can save you a lot of heartache in the event that your laptop is stolen or your hard drive crashes or, God forbid, you get hit with a ransomware attack. Those things can be crippling and they can really stop you in your tracks. So having something like an automatic synchronization process from your computer, this hard drive or your phone or whatever else, your tablet, synced up to a cloud-based resource can guarantee that in the event something does happen, you're still going to be able to bring your data back online. You're still going to get those pictures back. You're still going to get that work back. And one of the things I love about the cloud service providers in particular is that most of the big ones, not only do they provide storage for your data, but they also provide point-in-time recovery options. So let's say you store everything in Google Drive and you get hit with a ransomware attack, and that ransomware attack encrypts everything within your Google Drive folder on your laptop. And then that encryption attack gets synced up to your Drive account. And so everything at face value looks like it's completely lost because all the data, even the backed up data, has been overwritten with this malicious encryption. Well, with programs like Google Drive or with Microsoft OneDrive, you have point-in-time version recovery. So you can revert back to an old version of a document or a photograph or whatever else that hasn't been impacted by the ransomware attack. And so even though it looks bad on the surface, because you've taken the right steps with your process and you've properly implemented the right things along the way, you're still going to be okay. You're still going to be able to recover. And so, like I said, today we're looking at Google Drive. That's not the only solution. It just happens to be one of the most universally utilized solutions. iCloud is another great example. And like I said, OneDrive, Dropbox, and there are countless others. With BlueTech, we don't necessarily use these services for our guaranteed data backups. We use something that's a little bit stronger. We do full disk backups for most of our clients, because that allows us to back up not just the data that's stored on a system, but the overall configuration of the system as well. So that if a computer is lost or a system is overwritten and encrypted, we can still bring back everything down to their personalized configuration at the disk level. And so we take things just a step further, but that's not always going to be completely necessary depending on what your goals are. So for today, let's just look at the simplest form. Let's look at Google Drive. And let's go ahead and jump over to the computer and take a look at how exactly to set up Google Drive as a basic, bare bones backup and recovery solution. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this started. This is pretty quick and easy. We're just going to jump right on into it. So first thing I'm going to do is go into Chrome, make sure I'm logged into the Google account that I want to use to back up everything from the local drive. So I'm going to go to drive.google.com while logged into that account. Nothing in here right now, that's fine. We'll bring stuff up later. But for now, we're going to go to the settings cog. We'll go to Drive for Desktop. Scroll down. Backup and sync is the feature that we want. If you're using a G Suite account, if you're using something that's owned by a company or it's a business level account, you can use Drive File Stream. But for today, we're just using a personal account and we're going to use backup and sync. The setup should be fairly similar for both, but maybe we'll go over that in a later video. So we're going to download this, agree to download. Once that finishes, go ahead and launch the installer, let it do its thing. One of the great things is it goes ahead and gives you links to Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, all of those shared document sources as well. So let's go ahead and close that. Give it a second to finish up. We can minimize this for now. There we go. Let's go ahead and get started. Now we're going to log into the account that we want to use. Next one, we're going to hit our password. Next. Go ahead and confirm the login. Alright, so now we're going to select the folders that we want to make sure are backed up to Google Drive. I'm just going to leave the defaults for right now. Unless you're saving anything to an alternate location, these are probably fine. But if you know you're saving something to an external hard drive, or you want to back up something from an alternate source, you can choose the other folders that you want to include from here, but we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to use the defaults. I'm going to go for original quality because I want the full resolution of everything I'm backing up, pictures in particular. If we don't do original quality, we might lose some of that resolution. It'll degrade the overall quality of the backups itself, just to save space and time. But for now, we're going to go with original. So hit next. Now we have to choose what we want to sync from our drive to our local computer. I'm going to choose everything for right now, but you don't have to do that. If you don't want to take up space on your local drive by syncing everything that's in your Google Drive, you can sync only these folders and unselect specific items that you don't want to bring down. But for right now, again, I'm going to choose everything. All right, sync my drive to this computer, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get started. things are going now. So we've got the icon down here in the taskbar, which you can't see because my picture's over it. But the only thing it's telling us is that this folder is now syncing to our Drive account. So to test this out, we're going to go to New, create a temporary document, call it Test, let that sync up, and hit Continue, allow that to sync. And let's go ahead into Drive. We'll refresh the page. There you go. And there's our test document. So now this is automatically backing up. Over the course of time, we'll be able to retrieve point-in-time recovery points for this document. If anything becomes corrupted on it, we should be able to dial back and pull a historic version of it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all it takes, 5 minutes, and we're done. 5 minutes to put in a backup and recovery solution, and it costs nothing. People who don't have these things in place very often don't realize that they're available, that these things are out there and that easy to do. So if you have questions about data backups or network structuring or cybersecurity, and you are looking for answers, reach out to us. At BlueTech, we're structured to help people all over the world. We're designed to help small businesses and nonprofits understand that there are solutions out there, that it doesn't have to cost your entire annual budget just to put in some strong technology. We love helping problem solve, and we offer free consultations for these kinds of things. So if you think BlueTech might be able to help you, even if you aren't sure, reach out to us. You can find us on our website at bluetechllc.com, or you can find us on social media at BlueTechLLC. Don't hesitate. We're always happy to have that conversation. And yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it for today. But I will look forward to seeing all of you in our next video. Yeah, hope you have a good day. Bye.